Hey everybody, what's going on? Hellmite here, bringing another video from Grab the Lantern today, and today I wanted to go through this Zeri gameplay trailer that we finally have. We have our first look at our newest champion, and obviously this is all going to be speculation. I know Riot's just going to release the abilities in the next day or so, and then kind of make this video's point moot, but I wanted to go through this anyways because it's exciting. It's always fun to look at a new champion, regardless of how little people might be interested from the champion from a design perspective. So either way, let's go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes of this thing and start talking about Zeri. Now, it looks like Zeri is actually not that much of a skill shot based champion. She very much so is just a run and gun auto attack type champion here. And we can kind of see a little bit of this in the first couple of clips where she really doesn't look like she's pressing very many buttons. A lot of it is just walking and right clicking, which I think is good because it means that a lot of the champion's skill set is going to translate over, even if you're not the kind of player to play a lot of different or very radically different AD carries, because it's just all right clicking. The most important thing here is that Zeri looks like she's based entirely around her mobility. Every time she casts her mobility spell there, that little dash, it looks like she gains the bonus range on her auto attacks. You can see that when her gun starts glowing, it's always after she has cast some kind of dash or after she's cast her ultimate, which she uses right here. Now, this is curious because this is the only time in her kit that she actually has significantly increased range, and basically all of her particle effects look like they change from what they were previously. I'm going to go ahead and go back through a couple of things at a slower speed because that helps a little bit with seeing exactly what's happening with her kit. The most important thing here is she does have piercing auto attacks, which we can see after. So she casts a spell here and she starts auto attacking, but she doesn't get the piercing auto attacks until after she dashes. At that point, she starts doing that flurry with the extra little electric-y particle effects, and that's when she has the piercing auto. So Zeri is going to be the kind of champion where you need to get the mobility going before you get that bonus move speed. And the other thing here is she gets a shield here, but I don't think she had that in the previous play after dashing. It's something that we'll have to take a look at in future plays to see if she still gets that every time she casts a mobility spell. Here as well, I'm not sure if the feet dance there is part of the mobility spell, or if it's something she needs to charge up, or if she just casts her dash into a wall, she's able to dash over it. It does give her some fun ability to go through terrain. It could be that she needs to dash, or she needs to charge up in order to actually go through terrain that I would think makes that ability a little bit better from a plays against perspective, because that way she's not able to just go through entire walls at a moment's notice. She has to charge up in advance, and that means that she doesn't have the ability of just always escaping. Yeah, so she didn't actually have the dash here in this situation where she dashes through the big terrain, right? She doesn't have it, but then in other situations when she is dashing, she actually has that shield. So it may be the case that the shield is not based around actually just physically casting the dash like Urgot's E is. It is instead something around the idea that Zeri needs to dash and then she needs to fulfill some other condition in order to actually get the mobility. There is that little hand blast, which you might be able to see right here on Blitzcrank. That may be an ability as well. I'm sort of curious as to exactly what that does. It didn't grant her the dash. It clearly did damage of some sort. It may be a critical strike, but I would be kind of surprised, right? Normally don't show off that kind of animation in game. So my guess is that sort of some kind of targeted ability, and that may be the reason why she's also getting the bonus movement speed. So she only gets the shield after she's been in combat for a brief period of time here, or potentially auto-attacking the same target multiple times. So that may be actually what she's getting the shield for. Even here in the first clip, she actually auto-attacks a couple of the targets a couple of times before she gets the shield. That's actually the Janna shield there. So that's not the case. It may be a button she has to press. Unsure. Zeri does have a skill shot slow in her kit, which we can kind of see in the Jinx Blitzcrank clip. It's pretty obvious because she kind of throws out something out of range, and you can tell that Jinx is slowed afterwards. So she has sort of a mini zap range here. Right, here it is, and she slows the Jinx, and then is able to run into range and finish her off from there. So so Zeri looks to me like she's going to be a very right-click focused champion. She very much so is going to be about relatively high mobility. I don't want to say it's a ton because she just has a single low cooldown dash. That doesn't look like it's even that much of a range. In fact, she only ever cast the dash once in the middle of fights. So the question for me is exactly how much mobility the champion actually has, given that she only has the single dash. But it's going to be interesting to see exactly what she does in game. I just want to speculate a little bit about her abilities here. So we have a skill shot slow. We have a low cooldown dash. We have a shield somewhere in the kit. That little blast of electricity she uses may also be some kind of targeted ability that she uses to charge herself up. Her passive is going to be something about piercing auto attacks after she's either been in combat for enough time or does enough damage or auto attacks a champion enough times. Something along those lines. It's sort of still unclear. And obviously the ultimate is that big blast of static that does damage and overcharges her. She gains a lot of bonus range after she casts the ultimate. Not sure if I talked about that already, but clearly here, every target she's auto-attacking, look at the level of piercing she's getting on her attacks. That's something that is definitely different from every other play that she's made in this video so far. So either way, exciting to see what Zeri is going to do. It looks like she's going to be a fairly high skill cap champion who's still all about the right clicks like Vayne is. So I think that's going to be potentially a fun thing to go through as long as she's not doing anything crazy like bonus damage or true damage on auto attack. So either way, that's going to be it for me today, guys. Let me know what you think of Zeri down in the comment section below, or if there's anything in the video I might have missed. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave it a like. And if you really enjoyed the video, consider subscribing. I'll put a video every Monday, Friday, and on patch days as well. Once again, thank you guys so very much for watching, and I'll talk to you all later.